Oh, oh, oh. No. We'll just keep it. Fuck, it looks a bit old. No, just keep it. We'll think of something.
Say fuck up. Hurry up.
You know, they say all dogs are created equal, but I look at Rick Steiner, I look at Scott Steiner, brother, and Scott Steiner's just that little bit more superior. No? We want me to say? I don't know what to say.
An intro, fucking some, not, well, welcome back to the Funk Western. No, you need like a officer team. Oh, damn, man, here we go again. Like, you know, some shite. Anything, go for it, go.
Ricky Steiner has been abducted as Scott Steiner. To the rescue. It is your NXT 12th April 2022 preview.
Woof woof hot, if you hear us.
Bark if you hear me.
Well, we'll be hearing Scott Steiner tonight. In an absolute dream scenario, Scott Steiner would turn up tonight with a baseball bat looking for his brother, but we know that's unlikely to happen. So let's talk about what is likely to happen on tonight's NXT show. This is your NXT preview for the 12th of April 2022. We've got 3 title matches tonight. We've got Rick Steiner's abduction storyline, and we've got a bunch of other shit happening, so it should be a good show. First of all, we'll talk about the tag team title match. NXT 2.0 will feature a faking NXT tag team title match and a 5-team gauntlet match. The titles were declared vacant last week after it was reported that MSK's Nash Carter was released over abuse allegations by his wife, which is absolutely false. But anyway, she's still under contract to Impact Wrestling. Fuck all's happened to her. He's lost his job with WWE. I mean, there's nothing fair about that. Even though he hasn't done anything and she's lying, she's still.
I mean, anyone could make an allegation, could be gone.
Yeah, it's just not right. WWE still not acknowledged it, but they have acknowledged that the titles are now vacant. And not even that. What's going to happen to the other guy, Wes Lee? I mean, he could, they might not have any plans for him as a singles guy, and he could end up just doing nothing and then get released as well in 6 months' time. So
innocent until proven guilty. Unless you're a man, damn it.
But anyway, yeah, so we will have the 5 teams in the match. They're going to be Grayson Waller and Sanga. I have no idea who Sanga is.
No.
Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde of the Mexican Cartel. The Creed Brothers. Josh Briggs and Brooke Jensen. I don't know who that is either.
Kit Wilson and Elton Prince of Pretty Deadly.
Yeah, so I mean, 5 teams here. I want none of these teams to win the belts. But somebody's got to win. So yeah, that is the NXT Tag Team Title Gauntlet match tonight. I mean, it could be a fun match, but who knows. NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose will defend against Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai doing absolutely nothing to earn this title shot. But I guess she's getting one to try and increase her ratings. I don't know. For me, Dakota Kai shouldn't be getting a title shot. It doesn't make much sense she's getting a title shot, but she is. So, I mean, she lost her tag titles last week, and in fairness, it wasn't even Mandy Rose really that cost Dakota Kai the titles. It was more the case of Mandy Rose stopping outside interference.
Is this a special edition of NXT? Because 3 title matches seems like an awful lot.
Well, we had 2 last week. The North American Championship is on the line as well. New champion Cameron Grimes will be defending against Solo Sikoa. I do not like Cameron Grimes at all.
Nope, he's a vanilla midget. Just look at the guy.
I'm hoping
he looks like Adam Cole and all those Undisputed guys wrapped in the one. And Cameron Grimes.
It's a shit name as well. I hope he loses tonight, but it's probably not going to happen. We've got Kushida taking on Von Fagner. Von Fagner was bullying somebody last week. Kushida, or was it 2 weeks ago? Can't quite remember. Kushida stepped up to him, and obviously that's leading to a match tonight. So we'll see what happens. And that, and
most importantly, Rick Steiner, what's happening?
Yeah, Rick Steiner was kidnapped last week, abducted last week. We've seen him as NXT went off the air. He was locked up in a cage. He was locked up in a dog pound by GACY and HARLAND. So we're expecting NXT to follow on from that. I don't know if Scott Steiner's still going to be locked up, because that would give you the impression that he's been locked. I don't know if he's still going to be locked up, because that would give you the impression that he's been in a cage for 7 days. So I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, hopefully Hopefully they still go with this storyline, because I mean it was actually interesting. You know, NXT went off the air last week with, you know, an abduction. It went off with a cliffhanger, whereas Raw and SmackDown went off with just the bloodline talking shite, as it normally does. So yeah, I mean NXT had a much stronger finish last week, and hopefully.
Okay, give you a reason. I mean, that is a reason to tune in.
Oh, what's going to happen with Rick Steiner tonight?
Scott Steiner going to be. There's so many questions with the bloodline. It's just dun 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 dun. That boring ass theme. At least here you've actually got a bit of promise. And why can't they just replicate this guy's onto the other two shows?
I don't know. People say McMahon's lost touch, and McMahon's the problem. Apparently, McMahon has a bigger impact on NXT 2.0 than he does Raw or SmackDown.
I can't believe it.
Apparently it's McMahon that's got focusing most of his time on this. He's the one with the most input on this show. Because when they said, "Oh, McMahon's going to have the final word on this," they were all like, "Oh, that's it. Went out. It's going to go to shit." But for me, I mean, this is the best brand at the moment.
It's the best NXT's ever been.
That's the only time NXT's ever been good.
Well,
right.
I didn't mind NXT at the start when you had the rookies and the pros. I thought some of that stuff was alright.
Aye, but I didn't like
the first season.
NXT to NXT Black and Gold, it was essentially, it was like Ring of Honor but with better production. I mean, that's what it was.
Ring of Honor with WWE production.
It was fully indie guys that were never good enough to be in WWE, but they got into WWE because Triple H wanted to have a fantasy fucking... It was an indie fed. I mean, it was an indie fed under WWE production. That's what NXT Black and Gold was. It was fucking horrendous. Anyway.
Thank God that error's done.
4 matches tonight. Let's give our predictions. Let's give who we think will win. Kushida versus Von Wagner. Who are you going for?
Wagner.
I'm going for Wagner as well. NXT North American Champion Cameron Grimes versus Solo Sikoa.
Sadly, Cameron Grimes. He just won the belt, so yeah, that's pretty much why.
I'm going to go with Solo Sikoa.
Hopefully, but I don't think so. He looks like the Usos, doesn't he?
He's related to Messina.
No, but he literally looks like the Usos.
Aye, but is he not one of them?
I think he might be.
Or is that me just...
but Reigns is one of them. He doesn't really look like the Usos.
No, that's true, actually. No. NXT Women's Championship match, Mandy Rose versus Dakota Kai.
Mandy Rose, Dakota Kai getting the bin. Mandy Rose is winning.
Mandy Rose to retain. And the vacant NXT tag team titles, there's 5 teams in it. Who are you picking?
The Creed brothers. I feel like out of those 5, they've been pushed the most.
I'm still not sure. Wait, is Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen? Is that one of the guys that's on the Tinder app or something?
It might be the 2 rednecks. It might be. I'm not 100% sure, but it might be. So they could win. The guys that wear like the flannels and shit.
Alright.
Yeah, I think that might be them.
Oh, I know who's Sag Nice. Is that big tall dude? I don't think he's gonna. I don't think Grace Mullin.
I could see them maybe winning as like heels, but they wouldn't hold it long.
I'm gonna go with Kit Will. I'm gonna go with Pretty Deadly. Partly they gave up the NXT UK titles last week to come to NXT, so maybe they'll just get handed these belts.
Did they get allegations hit against them? They don't travel this side of the water.
Hey guys,
that's charming.
That's our predictions. Let us know down below who you think is going to win in the comments. We'll catch you for the review, but until then, peace.